Welcome to Bitcoin Speaks. I'm Random Fudmeister. So you say that Bitcoin promotes peace. Do you have any evidence that Bitcoin has made the world more peaceful during its existence?
Good morning, Fuddy-Duddy. Good question. Did you come up with that all by yourself?
Of course.
I'm axing 'cause you so mid.
What?
Ever heard of the August Bank Holiday War?
No.
That was the First World War, started August 1914. The Brit newspapers said it would last 6 days. They was wrong. It turned into the bloodiest mess the world had ever seen, times 10. How did that happen?
Well, that's beyond the scope of today's...
I'll tell you, 2 words. Ego and debt. The egos got engaged. That's standard for war. What ain't standard is that the main countries involved went off the gold standard. Why did they do that?
So they could print money.
Damn, you ate that up.
What?
The gold standard meant they could print paper money, but only up to the amount of gold they had in their reserves. They canned the gold standard so they could print any amount of paper money to pay for war. Not the 6 days of war many predicted, but 4 years in the meat grinder.
They also taxed their citizens and issued bonds.
Hundo P.
What?
But that wasn't nearly enough to pay for 4 years of death and destruction. That war could never have gone on so long with just taxes and bonds to pay for it. Would you have paid high taxes to pay for that mess?
Hard to say. That was over 100 years ago.
Okay, how about a recent example? Endless war in Afghanistan, courtesy of W. If we had been on the gold standard, the government would have come to you hat in hand and said, "We need more tax dollars to pay for our fool's errand." What would you have said?
I'm not so sure it was a fool's errand. We were hoping to bring democracy to the Middle East.
That's right. Keep hope alive. Unless that hope means throwing away our blood and gold for 20 years. After 10 years, even you would have figured out W was Fugazi.
What?
The point is, back in the day, gold was money and was held by the people. The man couldn't get his hands on it. If the man wanted to fight endless wars, he was limited in what he could do to pay for it. His own gold, taxes, bonds. That meant war was limited, less blood and gold down the drain.
What does this have to do with Bitcoin?
Bitcoin puts money back in the hands of the people and away from the crackheads who think they can reshape the world. We know better. No more blood and gold and Bitcoin down the drain. That's why I say Bitcoin is peace.
Maybe, but it's still a pet rock.
Fudda, you know I hate to see anyone in chains, even your kin.
My kin? What about my kin?
Your kids and grandkids gonna be debt slaves their whole lives thanks to endless wars. I want to see them escape slavery and live free. But it ain't happen unless they learn about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is still not backed by anything.
Fudmeister. Nothing but FUD and more FUD. FUD all the way down.
What?